Have you ever woken up feeling a bit sluggish? Maybe a little less vibrant than you used to be? It's a common experience as we journey through our 60s and beyond. We start noticing changes, big and small, that can leave us feeling a little disappointed, perhaps even frustrated. It's that quiet worry about whether you're still as capable, as strong, as masculine as you once were. This isn't just about feeling tired, it's about a deeper sense of vitality. And for many men, that includes a healthy, reliable sex life. It's a topic often whispered about, or sometimes not even mentioned at all. Yet it affects so many of us. And what if I told you that a part of this struggle, this quiet frustration, might be hiding right there on your breakfast plate, that some of the very fruits you've been reaching for, thinking you're doing your body a favor, could actually be working against you, subtly undermining your erectile strength and overall male vitality. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 common fruits that many of us enjoy for breakfast, thinking they're doing us good, but which might actually be sabotaging your virility as you get older. These aren't bad foods in themselves, but their context, particularly for breakfast after 60, can make all the difference. Make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'll reveal something that might just surprise you and change your breakfast routine forever. Let's start by looking at these fruits, one by one, and understand why they might not be your best friends first thing in the morning when you're over 60. The first fruit we need to talk about, one that's often hailed as the ultimate healthy snack, is the humble banana. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bananas are full of potassium, great for energy. And you're not wrong. Bananas are indeed packed with potassium, and they offer a quick burst of natural sugar, which can feel great for an immediate energy boost. But here's the catch, especially for men over 60. That quick burst is exactly what can become problematic. When you eat a banana on an empty stomach for breakfast, its natural sugars, primarily fructose and glucose, hit your bloodstream very quickly. This rapid sugar spike signals your pancreas to release a surge of insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. Over time, frequent and significant insulin spikes can lead to insulin resistance. Think of it like this: your body's cells become less responsive to insulin signals, meaning your pancreas has to work harder and harder to produce more insulin to do the same job. This constant overproduction of insulin can damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium. And guess what's absolutely crucial for healthy erections? Healthy blood vessels and smooth, efficient blood flow. Erections rely on nitric oxide, a gas that helps relax and widen blood vessels, allowing blood to rush into the penis. When your blood vessels are damaged by insulin resistance, or your body's ability to produce nitric oxide is compromised, achieving and maintaining a firm erection becomes significantly more difficult. It's a slow, insidious process, not an immediate one. But regular banana breakfasts can contribute to this over years. So, while a banana might seem like a healthy choice, especially as a quick grab-and-go option for breakfast on its own, it might be working against your long-term vascular health and, by extension, your erectile function. Instead of starting your day with a sugar rush from a banana, try pairing it with something that slows down sugar absorption, like a handful of nuts, some Greek yogurt, or a scoop of protein powder. That way, you still get the nutrients, but you soften the sugar impact. Now, let's move on to the second fruit on our list, and this one might surprise you even more, especially given its reputation as a powerhouse of vitamin C citrus fruits, particularly oranges and orange juice. Often consumed in large quantities for breakfast, just like bananas, oranges and especially orange juice, while seemingly healthy, can deliver a significant sugar load. A single glass of orange juice can contain as much sugar as a can of soda, often stripped of the beneficial fiber that would normally slow down sugar absorption from a whole orange. Even eating several whole oranges at breakfast can lead to a considerable sugar spike. The mechanism here is similar to that of bananas. Rapid sugar intake leads to quick insulin release. contributing to insulin resistance over time. Beyond the sugar aspect, for some individuals, the acidity of citrus fruits, especially when consumed on an empty stomach, can contribute to inflammation in the gut, while not a direct link to erectile dysfunction. Chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body is a known contributor to vascular problems and overall systemic health issues that can indirectly impact blood flow and hormonal balance, both vital for erectile function. It's about the cumulative effect. If your body is constantly battling inflammation, it's diverting resources away from other essential functions, including maintaining optimal vascular health. So, while a squeeze of lemon in your water is fine, a large glass of orange juice or a fruit salad piled high with oranges every morning might be inadvertently contributing to the very issues you're trying to avoid. Instead, consider getting your vitamin C from other sources like bell peppers, broccoli, or smaller portions of berries, and enjoy citrus fruits in moderation. Perhaps not as the main component of your breakfast, or paired with fats and proteins to buffer the sugar impact. The third fruit we need to be wary of at breakfast is grapes, especially when consumed in large clusters. Grapes are undeniably delicious and contain some wonderful antioxidants, like resveratrol. However, they are also little packets of concentrated sugar, particularly fructose and glucose. Eating a bowl of grapes for breakfast, without any accompanying protein or fat to slow down digestion, can lead to a swift and substantial rise in your blood sugar levels. Again, this brings us back to the recurring theme, the sugar spike and the resulting insulin response. Imagine starting your day by putting your body on a blood sugar roller coaster, a steep climb followed by a sharp drop. This pattern, repeated daily over years, takes a toll on your pancreatic function and the integrity of your blood vessels. The delicate blood vessels that supply the penis are among the first to show damage from chronic high blood sugar and insulin resistance. They become stiffer, less elastic, and less able to dilate effectively when needed, making it harder for blood to flow in and create an erection. It's like a garden hose that's becoming increasingly kinked and stiff over time. It just can't deliver the same flow. So, while grapes in moderation as part of a balanced meal are fine, making them a significant portion of your breakfast, especially when you're over 60, might be subtly eroding your vascular health and, in turn, your erectile strength, if you love grapes. Try having a small handful alongside a protein-rich breakfast, like eggs or Greek yogurt, to help stabilize your blood sugar response. This way, you can enjoy their taste and nutrients without the sudden sugar surge that can be detrimental to your long-term vitality. Moving right along, let's turn our attention to the fourth fruit that deserves a closer look when it comes to your morning meal, especially if you're over 60: mangoes. Oh, mangoes. They're tropical, they're sweet, they're incredibly popular, and for many, they feel like a healthy, exotic choice. But just like grapes and bananas, the natural sweetness of mangoes comes with a significant amount of sugar, particularly fructose. A single medium-sized mango can contain upwards of 45–50 grams of sugar. To put that into perspective, that's more sugar than a can of many popular soft drinks. When you consume a mango for breakfast, especially on its own, your body processes that sugar very quickly. This rapid influx of sugar leads to a sharp increase in your blood glucose levels, which then triggers that familiar insulin response. This constant roller coaster of blood sugar and insulin, as we've discussed, is a primary driver of insulin resistance and, consequently, damage to your endothelial cells, the crucial inner lining of your blood vessels. Remember, robust blood flow is the foundation of strong erections. Any factor that compromises the health and flexibility of your blood vessels directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain an erection. Furthermore, a diet consistently high in fructose can also contribute to the accumulation of visceral fat around your organs, which is a major risk factor for metabolic syndrome. A cluster of conditions including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and unhealthy cholesterol levels, all of which are strongly linked to erectile dysfunction. So, while mangoes are undeniably delicious, making them a regular, standalone breakfast item for men over 60 might be contributing to a cascade of metabolic issues that subtly erode your erectile function over time. If you absolutely love mangoes, try to enjoy them in very small portions, perhaps diced into a protein-rich smoothie or alongside a breakfast that includes healthy fats and proteins, which will help to slow down the sugar absorption and mitigate the blood sugar spike. It's all about balance and context, especially as our bodies change with age. Next up, the fifth category of fruits that can be particularly problematic for breakfast, especially for male vitality, is dried fruits. Think raisins, dates, dried cranberries, dried apricots, or even those seemingly healthy fruit and nut mixes. These might seem like concentrated powerhouses of nutrients, but they are also highly concentrated sources of sugar. When fruit is dried, the water content is removed, leaving behind a much higher proportion of sugar by weight. For example, a small handful of raisins contains significantly more sugar than the equivalent amount of fresh grapes. Dates are incredibly sweet and caloric. Eating a handful of dried fruit for breakfast, especially without any accompanying protein or fat, is essentially like delivering a massive, rapid sugar shot to your system. This leads to an even more pronounced blood sugar spike than fresh fruit, placing a heavier burden on your pancreas and accelerating the development of insulin resistance. The issue isn't just the amount of sugar, but how quickly it's absorbed. Without the bulk of water and fiber to slow digestion, the sugars from dried fruits are quickly dumped into your bloodstream, causing that immediate, drastic rise in blood glucose. This sustained pattern of high blood sugar and insulin can wreak havoc on your vascular system, leading to arterial stiffness and reduced nitric oxide production, both of which are directly implicated in erectile dysfunction. It's very easy to overeat dried fruits too, precisely because they are so small and sweet. A healthy breakfast should ideally help stabilize your blood sugar for the day, not send it skyrocketing. So, while a few dried cranberries in your oatmeal might be okay, making dried fruits a primary part of your breakfast, or snacking on them mindlessly, is a habit that could be inadvertently contributing to your erectile woes. If you crave something sweet and portable, opt for a small handful of fresh berries instead, or pair your dried fruit with some actual nuts and seeds to help slow down the sugar release. Our sixth fruit to reconsider for breakfast if you're over 60 is pineapple. Pineapple, like many tropical fruits, is incredibly refreshing and contains an enzyme called bromelain, which has anti-inflammatory properties. However, when it comes to breakfast, especially if consumed in large quantities or as juice, pineapple falls into the same category as the other fruits we've discussed. It's quite high in natural sugars, and its relatively low fiber content compared to its sugar load means those sugars are absorbed quickly. A substantial serving of pineapple, particularly pineapple juice, can cause a rapid surge in your blood glucose levels. This immediate sugar spike triggers a significant insulin response, which, as we've explored, can contribute to insulin resistance over time. The cumulative effect of these repeated sugar highs and subsequent insulin surges is detrimental to the health of your blood vessels. The delicate endothelial lining of your arteries, including those crucial for erectile function, can become damaged and less flexible. This impairs your body's ability to produce and utilize nitric oxide, the essential molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing blood to flow into the penis for an erection. When blood vessels are stiff and unable to dilate properly, achieving and maintaining a firm erection becomes increasingly challenging. Furthermore, while bromelain is beneficial, the overall high sugar content can outweigh these benefits when consumed as a primary breakfast item. It's about the net effect on your metabolism and vascular health. For a healthy breakfast that supports your vitality, you want foods that provide sustained energy without drastic blood sugar fluctuations. So, while a small amount of fresh pineapple might be fine occasionally as part of a balanced meal, relying on it heavily for your morning meal, especially as juice, could be subtly undermining your erectile health. consider having a smaller portion and always pair it with healthy fats and proteins, like nuts, seeds, or a dollop of full-fat yogurt, to help slow down the sugar absorption and create a more balanced metabolic response. Finally, the seventh and perhaps most insidious fruit category you should definitely avoid for breakfast, especially if you're over 60 and concerned about your male vitality, is canned fruits. This includes canned peaches, pears, fruit cocktail, or any fruit preserved in syrup. While they might be convenient and seem like an easy way to get some fruit, canned fruits are often swimming in heavy sugar syrup, making them an absolute sugar bomb, even if they are labeled in light syrup or in natural juice. The canning process itself can significantly diminish the natural fiber content, and the added sugars are still substantial. When you eat canned fruit for breakfast, you're not just getting the natural sugars of the fruit, you're also getting a massive dose of added refined sugar, often high fructose corn syrup, which is particularly damaging to metabolic health. This combination creates an extreme and rapid blood sugar spike, far greater than anything from fresh fruit. This kind of consistent, high-intensity sugar assault on your system is a direct fast track to insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and widespread vascular damage. Your blood vessels are constantly working overtime to deal with these sugar surges, leading to their hardening and narrowing over time. This directly impacts your ability to get and maintain an erection because, simply put, if your blood vessels are compromised, blood can't flow adequately to the penis. Moreover, canned fruits are often heated during processing, which can degrade some of their valuable vitamins and antioxidants, leaving you with little more than processed sugar. So, you're getting all the drawbacks with very few of the benefits. They offer minimal nutritional value compared to fresh or frozen alternatives, and they actively work against your metabolic health and, by extension, your erectile function. There is truly no good reason to include canned fruits in your regular breakfast routine if you are aiming to optimize your male vitality and overall health after 60. Always opt for fresh or frozen fruits, which retain their full nutritional profile and fiber, ensuring a much gentler impact on your blood sugar and a far more beneficial effect on your long-term health. So, we've walked through 7 seemingly innocent fruits that, when consumed regularly for breakfast, especially after you turn 60, could be subtly undermining your male vitality and erectile function. It's not about these fruits being inherently evil, but rather about understanding their impact when consumed on an empty stomach, particularly for men in a certain age group where vascular health and blood sugar regulation become even more critical. We've seen how the rapid sugar spikes from bananas, large portions of oranges or their juice, bowls of grapes, tropical mangoes, concentrated dried fruits, sugary pineapple, and especially syrup-laden canned fruits can all contribute to insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and direct damage to your delicate blood vessels. These are the very systems that are absolutely essential for robust blood flow. And without that, erections become a significant challenge. The real secret here isn't to demonize fruit entirely, but to choose wisely and consume it intelligently. It's about shifting your mindset from all fruit is good to context matters, especially for breakfast, instead of relying on these sugary options. Think about what a truly supportive breakfast looks like for a man over 60 who wants to maintain his vitality. Focus on starting your day with protein. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a high-quality protein smoothie. Pair your protein with healthy fats like avocado, nuts, seeds, or a drizzle of olive oil. And for your fruit fix, opt for berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries are fantastic choices because they are lower in sugar, packed with antioxidants, and rich in fiber. This combination of protein, healthy fats, and low sugar, high fiber fruits helps to stabilize your blood sugar, keeps you feeling fuller for longer, and provides sustained energy without the detrimental spikes. This approach actively supports your vascular health, reduces inflammation, and creates an environment where your body can produce and utilize nitric oxide more efficiently, directly supporting your erectile function. Remember, taking control of your health, even with seemingly small changes like adjusting your breakfast fruits, can have profound positive impacts. It's an empowering journey, not a restrictive one. You're not giving up enjoyment. You're upgrading your choices to align with your desire for continued strength, energy, and yes, a vibrant, fulfilling, intimate life. Think of this as reclaiming a piece of your youth, not through some magic pill, but through informed, practical decisions about what you put into your body. Small shifts in your daily routine can lead to truly significant improvements in how you feel, how you perform, and your overall sense of well-being. It's about making smart choices that support your body's natural ability to thrive at any age. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your go-to breakfast that makes you feel energized and vibrant? Are there any fruits you've already cut back on? Or perhaps you're planning to after watching this? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who's on a similar journey. If you found this video helpful and want to see more content dedicated to helping you live your best life over 60, please give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos, packed with practical advice and empowering information. Remember, your 60s and beyond can be the most fulfilling years of your life. Make choices today that allow you to live your best life at every age,